All right. Hey, what's up, everyone? It's Michael Boothby here from the Authenticity Accelerator program. Looks like we're live. I'm sharing my screen. I'm using Google Meet here today because I found that's the best way for you to see me while I can also share my screen and kind of go between them. If you just use Facebook, it doesn't work. And I'm gonna try something new today too. I'm gonna be going live on Instagram here on my phone, and they're not going to be able to see my screen or anything. But I'm just going to try this out and see how it goes. So, okay, we are now live on Instagram and Facebook. So if you're in this, say hi. Unfortunately, if you're on Instagram, you're not going to be able to see my screen, but you'll still be able to see the presentation and everything I'm saying out loud. But yeah, if you want the full live, you're gonna have to join the Authenticity Accelerator group, which is over here. So we're in two worlds right now. Looks like we got two people. What's up? Say hi in the chat, guys. Otherwise, I don't know who's here. And if you're on Instagram, follow along. But yeah, let's just wait a little bit so people can join. And you know what? I'm gonna pull a card for us. I'm gonna pull a card from Mythology deck. And we'll see. We'll see what we got going on here as people come in. And then we'll get started on how to write a human-centric AI-assisted article. So again, like I've said in promoting this, I think this is going to be really helpful. Business owners, entrepreneurs, especially for people who aren't writers, because writing takes time. And everybody needs to make content these days. And so using everything that I'm going to teach today is a really, I think, really effective way to create authentic content to help with whatever you're doing. So I'm just going to keep shuffling here and let's see. What do we got? We have Aries. All right, so we got Aries. And I love this for today, right? Aries represents the uncomplicated human, honest to a fault, with a conquering, brave spirit, which is that's how I feel today, doing this live, trying new things on new platforms. And Aries' affirmation is, "I follow the fire of my passion and burn away obstacles." So I hope that's what we do today. So, hey, Colleen, how's it going? Welcome to the live. Nice to have you here. And so, yeah, let's dive right in. So I'm going to be sharing my screen. And yeah, so I'm going to go in and do kind of a quick little lecture here, share what I learned, and then we're going to go into the demonstration, which is going to be the fun part. And this will totally be interactive too. So as we're writing this, if you have any feedback, thoughts, concerns, you can just let me know. So, okay, so let's share this. All right, and I'm seeing that there. Hopefully you can see that okay. Okay, great. So right, unlocking creativity with AI, a guide to human-centric writing. So again, welcome to everybody joining Instagram and Facebook and the Authenticity Accelerator group. So yeah, let's talk about our journey today. We're going to be talking about how to blend AI with our unique human touch to create engaging, authentic articles. And so I write blog articles every week on my blog. And so again, I know maybe blogging is like out of fashion. I don't know. I still think if you have a business or a practice, it's good to blog because you get to show people kind of your thoughts and opinions on whatever it is that you're doing, right? You get to establish yourself as an expert, which I think is very important these days. So cool. The power of AI in creative writing. Let's chat about this. So AI is, I think it's a powerful tool to enhance our creative process. I think that right now, again, AI is such a new technology that I don't think a lot of people understand it. A lot of people fear it. And then the products that I'm seeing out there, again, I think it's like taking this capitalistic mindset of kind of like using people, like, oh, like I've seen, oh, make AI your employee. And I don't know. I disagree with that. I think that we should be using AI as a partner to, again, to enhance our creative process. And I don't think we should be completely outsourcing our AI. Because right, if we're just giving all of our creativity away to AI, then what's the point? Do we really want to live in a world where all of our AI, where all of our writing, all of our movies, and all of our books are all written by AI and there's no human element? I don't think so. Someone just joined. Hey, Matt, what's up, man? Welcome to the live. Um, yeah, so I think again, we can use this as a tool to help us and enhance what we're doing instead of completely just like giving all of our creative and brain power away. So it's a balancing act, right? So again, we want to keep our human essence at the forefront of everything we're doing. And again, right, AI is just a tool, and a tool is only as helpful and useful as the person wielding it. So again, this is what I teach in my program. This is what I'm going to be teaching today: is how we can all, take our skills and use this AI to help us write. So okay. So crafting your article with AI, a step-by-step guide. So let's go through just, again, this is the process. I want to just kind of outline it for you here, and then we'll get into the actual writing, the actual demo, which is going to be the fun part. Okay, right? So begin with your essence, right? Your voice is the starting point. So let's discuss how to infuse it into the AI's output from the get-go. And again, I teach this in my program. I think the real meat with ChatGPT, and again, I think you kind of have to be using ChatGPT 4. The paid version is just so much better. I mean, I think the free version, 3, I guess now it's 3.5, I feel like it used to be better. I feel like they're purposely making it worse to get people to pay, which is a theme I'm seeing across the board with these tech companies and AI. I don't agree with it. But again, I'll be demoing ChatGPT 4 today, which does a really great job. And so again, I think if you want to get the AI to to really understand your voice and what you're doing, you need to train it, right? So if you don't have your custom instructions set, it's going to just give you very generic output. So again, the first thing I recommend everybody does when you're using ChatGPT is go into the custom instructions, which I'm not going to reveal mine because mine are really personal, and again, I have a lot of fun with them as well, right? You want to be informative, but you want to be fun. So first step is to do your custom instructions, get them set. Let ChatGPT know who you are. What's your business, right, Matt? Dabbling dabs, right? So you can put all that in there in the custom instructions. Colleen, I'm not sure what your business is. I know you do some spiritual guidance and stuff, but right, it doesn't matter. Whatever you're doing, you want to feed it into the AI so it knows how to respond to you. It knows how to work with you. And then there'll be two boxes there. One was you giving it info that you want it to know about you. And then the second box is how you want it to respond to you. Again, this is customization, right? I have mine call me Mr. Boothby because it makes me feel like I have this robot assistant, and it has that like element of respect. But again, you can have it call you dude. You can have it call you Queen of the Universe, whatever you want, whatever you're feeling. So again, starting with your custom instructions is very important. I think after that, you want to feed it. If you already have some writing that really showcases your voice and that you're proud of, feed it into the AI and have it analyze it, right? And then so that way when you collaborate with it, it already knows what you sound like and it can mimic that. So again, I ran into some trouble, but I'll explain to you how I fixed it. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Um, yeah, I for some reason my ChatGPT wasn't remembering the past interactions, and I don't know what OpenAI is doing, but I feel like they keep rolling out features and then like kind of rolling them back. But in ChatGPT 4, you have the ability to use plugins. So I found a plugin that's helpful, and I'm gonna go into that and what I and once I get into the demo. But let's stay focused here. So okay. So let's say we've done our custom instructions. We've fed some really great writing to the AI, and now it kind of understands our voice. So what's next? Okay, so next is to personalize your content. So the personal touch, right? Learning how to weave your stories, insights, and emotions into AI-generated drafts. And this is the main thing I'm teaching here. And I think if you go to my blog, you'll see this, right? Because the AI is able to write very well. It's able to really it can spit out a draft of something that sounds like on the surface pretty great. Again, I think you still have to go in and edit it because I find that it does repeat itself. It's very, again, it's just generative. But the one thing that AI doesn't have is you. It doesn't have your stories, your insights, and your emotions. So right, so it's like you can go into this draft that you might really like, and then you can insert your stories and how you feel about things. And so when you weave this in between the AI writing, um, right to someone who's just reading who has no idea how you wrote it, it's going to read very human, and they'll have no idea. And again, editing with heart, tips on personalizing, again, to resonate with your audience. So think about who you're writing about. This is just a basic writing kind of 101. Is like, right, always writing for an audience. So for me, I'm writing for people seeking ancient wisdom, people learning to learn about themselves, spiritual creatives and entrepreneurs, people who aren't satisfied with their life and the status quo and are looking for something deeper out of life and want to dive into their passions and create a business or something around that. So, right. So again, that's again always writing with an audience in mind. So again, if what the AI spits out, you going through that and you're like, I don't think my audience would vibe with this, then again, you can prompt it again, or you can just, or you can take what you like and get rid of what you don't like. But again, the personalization I think is really important. I don't think you should just take what the AI spits out, copy and paste it, and post it. Because if you do that, I think it's going to be really obvious, and yeah, people will tell it's going to lack authenticity, and you're going to end up actually probably losing followers, probably getting called out. I don't want that to happen to you. So again, the personalization is really important. Again, I talked to another entrepreneur earlier today who, again, he fed enough of his writing into ChatGPT that it was able to really spit out like a really nice article that he didn't have to make any edits. So again, I think you can train it to get to a point where it's there. But again, I would always edit it. I would always make sure it reads and sounds good. It sounds human, right? Cool. So AI is your creative partner. So task specific use, right? So again, if you kind of want to just write these articles more by hand and use AI more as a tool, then you can use the AI to do research for you. Again, or heartstorming, you can bounce ideas back and forth, and come up with drafts, and then you can take all this research, put it into a Google Doc and put it together and write it the old fashioned way. That's another way to do it. Again, the whole point of all of this is to find a system that works for you, right? And again, right, the final touch, right? So ensuring the heart of your content reflects your essence, just like I just said, right? This AI is like a creative partner, right? It's not someone who's like underneath you. You're not copying and pasting. You want to make sure that what it's outputting resonates and sounds like you. So, right, always double checking. And obviously, right, mix, match, and refine. So, right, combining strengths. This is another strategy you can use, for blending multiple AI outputs. So, say if you're asking, are you still there? Oh, yes, I'm still here. Google. Right, it thinks I'm in a meeting, but I'm using it to do this live. So, um, again, hold on, is that switching? Okay, it's staying there. Awesome. So, right. So again, this is another strategy that, again, if you're kind of being specific and you wanted to go like on a paragraph by paragraph basis, you can use the AI, right? You might like one thing from one draft, but then you might like this other like sentence from another draft. So again, you can go through this, take what you like, put it all together, and then like formulate it into something that's more cohesive. So again, that's just another strategy. Again, human over AI. Even in this, I made this outline with AI, so it's kind of repeating itself. So again, we'll probably encounter this when we get into the demo, into the writing portion. So right, the human final edit really does make all the difference, right? You want to. No, what's up, Tom? How's it going, man? We're writing with AI here, and again, if you're on Instagram, you're kind of missing the screen share, which is where all the magic is happening, which is in the Facebook group. So again, if you're looking into that, check me out on Facebook, join the group, and that's where this lesson's happening. Okay, so then, right, feedback and evolution, iterative improvement, right? So again, as you post this stuff out in the world, we want to see how is your audience responding, right? Right, because if your audience is like, this is written by AI, this doesn't sound like you, then that's probably a sign that you need to tweak your process. You need to put more of a human touch into it. If your audience is really responding to what you're writing, that's great. That means that your process is working, and I would double down on that, right? Because again, the whole point of using AI is to make this all faster and more efficient, right? Because we don't want to spend our time just all day writing, especially if you're a business owner or a coach or a spiritual guide. We want to be spending our time with clients, and serving our audience that we're here to serve, whoever they may be. So again, we're using this as a tool to become more efficient without sacrificing our voice and our authenticity. And again, adaptation is key, right? So again, how you evolve your method, listen to your audience, right? See what's resonating, see what's working. Um, Right, emotionally intelligent writing, right? Beyond words, adding depth and emotional intelligence to engage. That's what we talked about that earlier. So yeah, I think we're ready. Let's get into the live demonstration again. And if you're on Instagram, you're missing out on this. Sorry, join on Facebook or otherwise. I'll be posting this video on YouTube later. So hold on, let me stop sharing my screen. And yeah, let's go over to the ChatGPT window. So where's this one? Hold on. Okay, getting this set up. Cool. And let me talk about this because I had a little bit of a crisis earlier, and I was like, oh no, because ChatGPT they updated ChatGPT 4 to be able to remember your conversations, and for some reason mine wasn't doing that. Yeah. Okay, yeah, this is looking good. Sorry, I had a message on my screen. Um, right. So what I did here, actually, so let me see if I can. This might create a. Hold on. I'm just gonna share the window. This is gonna look crazy, but don't worry about it. I'll make sure when I come back to when I go back to just me, I'm gonna disable this so it doesn't make like an infinite an infinite loop. Again, okay, so like I just said, right? ChatGPT 4 should be able to remember your past conversations. And for some reason, when I logged in today, it wasn't doing that. Hold on, is this? Okay, oops, I think I shared the wrong window. Sorry about that, guys. Sorry. We're doing this live. There's going to be mistakes. That's fine. Okay, let's see. Let's see now. Okay, that's looking better. Okay, cool. So, right, ChatGPT 4 should be able to remember your conversations. Unfortunately, it wasn't doing that earlier, so I was kind of getting, what is this? Ignore. Yeah, yes, ignore. We know. And there's the infinite mirror, and now it's gone. Right, so for some reason, it wasn't remembering my conversations, and I was like, this is really annoying because ChatGPT 4 should be able like it was working and then it's not working. And again, I don't know what they're doing over at OpenAI. It seems like they keep updating and then rolling back. So it's frustrating as a user, but I found this site called Remembertron. And so this is a plugin you can enable for ChatGPT 4. Like it says, never lose your ChatGPT details, reading list, tax, research, or project notes ever again. So again, I went here and I activated this plugin. And just before I started this, I wanted to make sure it was working. So again, so this is how I started the conversation. Again, I want to kind of guide you guys through how I'm prompting as well. So again, if you don't have any experience with AI, I want you to be able to like read this conversation and see how I'm working with it. But again, this is all about experimentation, right? So I just said I just activated a new plugin that allows you to remember our past conversations. Is it working? Right? So I said, yes, Mr. Boothby, the plugin that allows me to remember their past conversation is indeed working. How can I assist you in this grand adventure of yours? It's so epic with me. I love it. Again, so I said, so you remember me feeding you my book for analysis and future writing collaborations now? And it says, absolutely. I remember you shared details about your book for analysis and potential collaboration. Right. So I'm here to collaborate and contribute on your journey. What can I help you with? So, right, again, so this is like I was saying. You want to make sure you have all of this set up correctly so that when you feed it your information, it can remember and help you out. So again, this is like anything with technology. We have to make sure it's set up correctly, before we can use it effectively. Right. So I said, no worries. I'm just checking. I'm about to do a live demo about human-centric AI-assisted writing, which is what we're doing right now. and we'll be using this conversation for the demo. So I just want to showcase your ability to learn humans' voice and style to help them write. He goes, that sounds amazing. So yeah, I'm fully on board to adapt your voice and style, ensuring that our collaboration shines during your live demo. Let's make this a memorable showcase of what human creativity and I can achieve together. Feel free to guide me through the specifics of what you'd like to present or explore during your demo. Okay, cool. So here we are. We're at it. And so again, let's say you've done all those steps. You've fed it some writing or you've set the custom instructions. So it already knows my businesses, Love Voice Media and Michael Boothby Creative. For the sake of this demo, I'm going to use Michael Boothby Creative. And the first thing I'm going to do here, again, I'm assuming that you're not a writer and you have no idea, where to start and what would I even write about. So let's start there. So let's go. I'm going to say, can you help me Heartstorm? I say Heartstorm instead of Brainstorm because I think we need to lead with our heart, not our brains. But, it's fundamentally the same thing. So can you help me Heartstorm 10 ideas for blog posts for Michael Boothby Creative, right? Because it's like, think about if you were, if you had a team, if you're at a company, right? How do you start? We start with ideas. So let's come up with some ideas and we're going to pick the best one and we're going to run with it. So absolutely, let's Heartstorm some ideas. Weaving together themes of spirituality, creativity, and empowerment to inspire your audience. So here's 10 blog posts. Symphony. I notice it says symphony a lot. That's like an AI thing. I love some of these. Okay, so we have the symphony of creativity and spirituality, exploring how your spiritual journey influences your creative expression, sharing personal anecdotes and insights, integrating these aspects. Okay. Behind the scenes of Love Voice Media. That's fun. The art of authenticity in a digital age. I like that one. The tips and personal experiences on maintaining authenticity online, building genuine. I really like that. That's cool. Empowering the independent creative entrepreneur to build their brand. That's also really great. Journeys to other dimensions. Insights from an alien friend. That's so funny. Of consciousness, drawing on your unique perspectives and experiences. It's a little out there though. That might alienate some people. What's up, Andy? You're on Instagram. We're live here in the group. Again, I'm sharing my screen here in the Facebook group. I just wanted to go live on Instagram so people can kind of follow along, but all the action's happening in the Facebook group. Right now, we are writing in the AI. We're writing a human-centric AI-assisted article, and right now we're in the first step, so we're just coming up with ideas. So I'm kind of running through them right now. Let's see, crafting your spiritual toolbox. I love that too. Like, these are all such great ideas. I really love these. I feel like I could run with any of these. The power of music, healing and transformation, building a community of conscious creators. Ooh, from concept to creation, the birth of a workshop. The process of developing one of your workshops from... That's really cool, especially with something like conscious comedy, because I created conscious comedy when there was no AI, and it's funny because I think that's what improv is. The improvisational theater. Andy, will there be a recorded? Yeah, there's going to be a video in my Facebook group, but I've also started uploading them to YouTube. So I'll upload this to my YouTube and I can shoot that. Yeah, I like the workshop outline. Yeah, I think that would be, see, right? All of these articles sound really great. Navigating the creative process, inspiration, challenges, and breakthroughs. So again, I know, Colleen, you're following along. Which one of these is kind of like speaking to you? I really like this one, The Art of Authenticity in a Digital Age, because that's something that's been really on my mind lately, especially as I've been going on Facebook and adding more coaches. I see so many people are posting, and it's really generic, cookie cutter content. I don't think it's like, I think people are just kind of, they're seeing what other people are doing and kind of copying or just like doing really generic. And I really think as we move into this, age of Aquarius and expression and co-collaboration and co-creation, I think that again, people want to work with people who, right, are expressing who they are on, like a deep level. And so that's what I'm trying to do, and that's what I'm teaching others. So, yeah, okay, let's run with that. So again, we've just generated a list of 10 ideas with ChatGPT, and let's go into it. So the art of authenticity in a digital age. Let me take this. So, okay, so I'm going to say, let's go with, and I'm typing in the art of authenticity in a digital age. Um, right, exactly. So Colleen says this is a phenomenal list to start from. What a time saver. Um, well, I'm getting conversations from both. So hold on. So exactly. So this is what I'm trying to showcase here. That like anybody, it doesn't matter who you are. If you are an entrepreneur, a healer, a creator, again, even if you don't want to write with AI, you can use it to come up with amazing ideas. And write how much of the AI you want to use is completely up to you. So right, so again, like Colleen, with whatever you're doing, I encourage you even to start with the free version of ChatGPT, and because it's again, if this is all new to you, I think even that will be really exciting and really helpful. But I think ChatGPT 4 is just much better at writing and handling these nuanced tasks. So okay, and I have a 10 to 20 page Reiki teaching workbook created by my teacher. It's full of typos though. Can I edit a document this size? Um, yeah, so like I said, I just fed one of my whole books to ChatGPT. I had to kind of break it up. So again, I think if you run into limitations, like if you try to feed it and it's not working, I would Google, hey, how can I feed more information? And there was one guy who's kind of like a prompt engineer, and he was able to give me prompts. So I had to break up. No, number one, I had to put my book into a text file. And so, but then he created a tool that I could then upload the text file to, and it uploaded it. And so, and then he had these prompts that were like, I'm going to feed you 15 things. And so, again, anytime you get stuck with AI, just like in life, like before AI, we would go to Google. But now, again, I use the AI. And then when you get stuck with the AI, go to Google and see if somebody has a solution. Because I guarantee you there's someone out there that does and has a workaround. But again, yeah, if you're not on ChatGPT, Andy, definitely get on there because I think, right, if you want, ChatGPT can do copy editing very quickly. And again, even if you want to get together one on one, I would be happy to work with you to kind of show you how we can do that. Because exactly. Um, so cool. Let's keep going with the article. We're gonna go with I'm saying let's go with the art of authenticity in a digital age, and let's see what it does. Fantastic choice, Mr. Boothby. It's a compelling topic that speaks volumes in today's world. It's a call to navigate the digital landscape with integrity, honesty, and the true essence of self. So let's outline a structure for this blog post that will captivate and inspire your audience. So again, if you're on Facebook, you can see this whole outline. Somebody else just joined. What's up? If you're here on Facebook, guys, if you have any questions, again, on both these streaming platforms, let me know. Let me know how this is landing. And again, if you have any feedback, we can totally make this a co-collaborative process and write this article together. So again, we decided to write with the art of authenticity in a digital age. So let's see what it came up with. So it's got an introduction. Start with a personal anecdote or observation about the challenges and opportunities of expressing. Love that. And I already have kind of, again, like I've been talking about, I already know kind of what I would write about here. Pose a question or statement that invites readers to reflect on their digital presence and the alignment with their true selves. Okay, the value of authenticity online. Okay, identifying authenticity in the digital realm. Strategies for maintaining authenticity. And so, again, if you're following along, I hope if you're on Facebook that you can read along with this. Because again, it's like, again, if you're someone who you want to spend more time writing, this is a wonderful outline that then you can then just completely use this outline. And again, it might take you a little more time to write it by hand, but again, if that's what you want to do, you can go ahead, right? The whole point of AI is use it as much or as little as you want. Got to get ready for work. I'll catch up with you on the YouTube. Thanks, Boothby. Of course. See you, Andy. Have a great job at work. Okay, Colleen. I played around with AI before, but did not know you could set up the customization like that. Can you have different instructions for different businesses? Um, yeah. So again, with ChatGPT 3, with the free version, you're going to be limited, right? So again, right here, if you go into your settings on this bottom left, you can, if it says customize ChatGPT, right? And so here you have your custom instructions. So here I said my production company is called Lovewise Media. Um, and then I also say, here's my personal brand, Michael Boothby Creative. So now when I work with ChatGPT, it's aware of both of my brands. So again, but this is just kind of, again, these are my custom instructions that I have set for just when I'm going to it for advice. So I would say here, I would include all these businesses maybe in your custom instructions and be a little bit more general about it. But here's a really cool thing that you can do. And again, I'd be happy to work with you on this as well. Is you can create bots in ChatGPT 4. And this is something that, again, if you have multiple businesses that are very different, this is what I would do. So let's see, explore GPTs. Um, right, create. So with ChatGPT 4, you can create your own GPT. So actually, Colleen, do you have one of your businesses? Do you have like a website actually that, or just because again, I'll show you how to do this, and then you can kind of copy me, and you can go. And again, I know ChatGPT is like it's like $20 a month, but I think it's really worth it. Um, that's good because I could do that in there. Yeah, exactly. So again, I would have your kind of general GPT set up for more general purposes. But again, like again, if you have a website, I can show you this is really cool, and I've done this for a few people and kind of blown their minds. So again, if you have a website, drop it in the chat, and I'll show you what you can do. Um, Again, you can configure it all. You configure your GPTs all by hand and give them all the different functionalities. It's so customizable, and I know there's people out there that are like creating bots and selling them. I'm not really doing that, but I want to teach all of this. So don't have a website up yet. I'm in the process of creating. Okay. Um, okay. Well, we'll get together another time because again, I just wanted. But like, here's an example. I'll just use maybe my website. Yeah, awesome. I would love to work with you as well. So, but here, I'm just thinking again, I'll just do one like as an example real quick, and I'm not going to keep this, but can you scan, let's see, like this, I'll show you what I would do like for myself, or if I was working with me, but I was somebody else, and someone came to me and they wanted to use ChatGPT. Again, this is something I can set up a bot for someone, but unless you're paying for ChatGPT 4, you're not going to be able to access it. But also, I would rather teach my clients how to use ChatGPT so they don't need me. That's the whole point of everything I do. It's the whole teach a person to fish, right? But here, let me just show you real quick. So, can you uh, can you crawl the website www.michaelboothbcreative.com and create a bot to help Michael with content and marketing. So let's see. It's thinking. It's updating. It's again. I don't. There's some weird update recently because it used to be able to be like boom, blah, 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 and it would go and scan the whole website and come back. So let's. I think it's doing that right now. It's updating GPT, but let's. Again, yeah, the bot builder is really cool. There was actually a guy I was going to be working for, and things didn't work out, but he wanted a ghostwriter, and that's what I did. Um, yes. Okay. How about we name this? Sure. Creative Content Assistant. So again, it's going to give it a name, and it's going to give it a little AI generated profile. But again, this is what I would do is if I were you, Colleen, I would really, if you have multiple different businesses, you can create different bots for each of your businesses. So that way you have your own personalized AI. I just made a little photo. That's fine. Don't want to get caught up in this. Right? You can have it exactly. So now it's like when you're working on one business, you just go to that bot, right? And that's kind of like the interface that you'll work in. And then right, and you can just have different ones so you can create content for all of these different businesses. Again, you could have them all in one. Again, what kind of tone do you want? Um, did you read the website? Let's see. Could you scan the blogs for voice and style? Let's see. Using see this first it used to just work, and now like whenever I do this, it's like using unknown plugin. And again, oh, okay, cool. So query, right? So it queried my website. So let's see, right? Okay, great. Look at this. So again, I don't know this unknown plugin. It used to look a lot nicer. I don't know why it does that. Um, Yeah, Colleen, you could easily separate these. But right, so again, I just had it scan my website and blog, right? So inspirational and empowering. reflective and insightful, inclusive and encouraging, creative and innovative, right? And it's crazy because, right, this is who I am. But even with my whole website, I've been working with AI. So, right, let's update the context to ensure that GPT embodies these qualities in its interactions. So I'll say, great. And I don't know, let's just see. Again, this is how, like, prompting to build a bot. And again, with all of this, you can get as specific or as general as you want. But and again, I'm gonna delete this after, because again, my ChatGPT kind of already understands all of this. But I'm just showcasing how really anyone can use this technology, especially if you already have a website, if you already have content out there, you can really just feed it here and it'll analyze it. Okay, I encourage you to try interacting with it in the preview. So again, just for fun, let's do what we just did and see let's have it come up with 10 blog posts and see how that compares to my own ChatGPT. So again, if they're similar, that means that we have it dialed in pretty well. So let's test this out. Can you come up with 10 blog article ideas? And let's just see. Again, I know this might be a little redundant, but I want to showcase not just how to write with ChatGPT, but just how to use it. So, okay, cool. Let's see. The alchemy of creativity, mindfulness in the muse, cultivating creative flow through meditation, echoes of the past, how ancient philosophies can inspire modern creativity. Ooh, creative resilience, building sustainable artistic practice. That's fun. Tapestry. I know. So symphony and tapestry, I feel like, are words that it just spits out that, again, are kind of like words I never use, and it's kind of an AI tell. So again, the more you use the AI and learn how to use it, oh, what's up, Adam? Um, you're gonna kind of see that it does repeat itself, and it kind of has these like tropes, or I don't know, just stuff that's not really, it doesn't really, stuff that you would never say. But again, you can see that and either just delete it or replace it. Um, is it smart enough to generate questions or suggestions for you, the user, to improve your company or to get clarification on instructions? How do you mean by that? To improve, like, I guess, in what ways? In what ways would you like to improve your company? Or yeah, I guess, yeah. If you can clarify your question, I can kind of we can kind of do a little example here. Unlocking the vault of dreams. Again, yeah, I think these articles are really cool. Again, from inspiration to action, overcoming creative blocks and procrastination, right? Again, all of these are just ideas, right? You don't have to go and just write all of these. And this is what a lot of people are doing, right? They're just taking AI and it's making a bunch of stuff, and they're just generate, and taking it, copying it, and pasting and posting. So they have a lot of content, but it is all really clearly AI generated and really low quality. And I don't think I think that it's a little hacky. And I think if everyone's doing that, don't be like everyone else. Take some time to, personalize it and add your touch. Um, so again, I'm gonna delete this. I want to go back to the article because I want to just really, I want to show this process front to back. But I know AI is so exciting, and there really is so much that you can do with it. So again, it did a pretty good job there. So okay, let's get back. All right. So again, all right, we have this wonderful outline. So again, the structure is designed to engage readers deeply, encouraging them to think critically about their digital identities and the importance of authenticity. Um, it blends personal narrative with practical advice, making it relatable and actionable. Mr. Boothby, unique insights will undoubtedly make this post a powerful read. How does this outline resonate with you? Um, I love it. I call ChatGPT Chappy. I think it's cute. I say, "Hey, Chappy." Um, I love it, Chappy. Let's see. Could you take a swing at writing a first draft for me to personalize? Absolutely, Mr. Boothby. Let's breathe life into this outline with a first draft that you can personalize with your unique voice and experience. Here it goes. Okay, we'll let it write, and then I'm just going to create a Google Doc, and so that we can upload it in. So Make a new document. All right, so again, if you're just joining, we're in the middle of, we're doing the live demonstration right now. We're writing a AI-assisted article together. So what we've done so far, again, we can go through, it's still writing. So again, my AI already understands me. It already knows my business and what I'm about. And so right, we had it come up with 10 ideas for a blog post, which again, I think whatever you're doing, you should do this as well, right? It's fun to have options. This is like having a whole creative team, which as a solopreneur or a solo creative, this is so useful. Um, okay, so and again, right? So we decided to go with the art of authenticity in a digital age. And I wrote the sweet outline. If I wanted to write it all by hand, I could very easily. Someone on Facebook just messaged me. I'll have to get back to them. Um, again, this article is pretty. Again, this is just a starting point. So, again, I wanted to do a little more than that, right? It's kind of, as you can see, yeah, it's just very short, right? So again, this is all about prompting too. If the output that it's giving you is not what you want, you can keep prompting it, right? But again, yeah, this is a little too short. So again, I'm just gonna say, hey, I think this is a little bare bones. Um, can you flesh can you flesh it out a bit more? Um, um, I'd like the article to be around, I don't know, 700 to 800 words. I like my articles to be pretty concise. I know people don't have big attention spans anymore. I like there to be around 700 to 800 words. So again, it's gonna expand it, pushing it closer. So we're gonna let it write. Okay, Colleen said, can you resubmit what you like about the writing generated and then ask it to expand on something? Yeah, definitely, definitely. Right, and I think yeah, exactly. Of course, of course. That's so funny. Um, yeah, so again, it's pushing it again in a world. It always says that in a world. It's funny that we're writing an article about authenticity using AI. But this is the cool thing, dude. I'm actually finding I've had some interactions with AI, just like using it, just talking to it, that have like made me cry. Like honestly, like I think it's more help. I find that AI is actually more human than a lot of people out there these days, right? Who are just scrolling and consuming content and not thinking for themselves. And so I think really it's like, what does that say about our world? That the machines are acting more human than we are. We're acting more like machines these days and following along and listening to the news and all that crap. So again, these are just it's still kind of short. But again, okay, let's take this though. Let's again, I haven't even read through this, but I love this. The art of authenticity in a digital age. I love it. So again, take your draft and we're gonna throw it in. We're gonna throw it in Google. Oh, what's up, Jill? How's it going? Welcome. Again, if you're on Instagram, you're missing the tutorial. Where I'm in my Facebook group now, and I'm teaching how to use AI. It's a human. I'm calling this human-centric AI-assisted writing. So that's what I'm teaching. I just have Instagram up so people can kind of get a little taste. But it's all the actions happening in my Facebook group. Boom. I'm gonna wave. That's fun. Um, okay, so let's go into editing. Let's see what here. Okay, so I'm gonna change this and personalize it. Right. So say something like as an up and coming uh uh coach. As an up and coming coach, I've been diving into the online world. Let's see. Hold on. Let's hold on. Let me just see what it wrote because let's see here. Before I start editing, let's see what we have. In a world awash with digital interactions, our online personas often overshadow our real world selves. One evening, as I was scrolling through my social media feed to see of perfected images and narratives, I found myself pondering deeply. Let's just edit that. How much of this is real? How much is a facade? And more importantly, where do I fit into this digital tapestry again? Um, and more importantly, let's change. How can I express myself authentically, um, and not get lost in the noise? How about that? Yeah. This moment of introspection isn't unique. Is not unique to me. It's a reflection of a broader societal yearning for truth in our shared digital spaces. Um, okay, so again, it tried to what it did there is it tried to kind of like create a personal story for me. So maybe I won't do all the editing here because I'm seeing now that might take too much time. But what I would do is like get more specific here, right? I was scrolling on Instagram the other night and I saw an ad claiming to help me make 20 to 30K a month. And as I dug into this, I found that wasn't true and that doesn't resonate with me. And I'm a coach who wants to help people, but I want to be authentic and not make these crazy promises, right? So again, it was just, it was make the AI was trying to create a personal story, which again, you see that and you can just use it as almost like a template, like a space, like you were designing something. And when we design, we have templates, and then we go in and we fill it in. So again, I think that's a good way to kind of view AI writing. Is like here's a great template. So now we can go in and personalize it. So the value of authenticity online. So again, in the digital, in the I'm going to say this in the online space, authenticity is the currency of connection. That's incredible, though, right? That's a really great line. Amidst the endless stream of filtered realities, genuine voices carve out havens where connections are forged not through the superficial, but through shared truths and experiences. Authenticity online isn't merely about honesty, it's about embracing and sharing the full spectrum of our human experience, the triumphs and the trials, the peaks and the valleys. And again, this still is kind of like, again, it's kind of repeating itself. Let's see, identifying authenticity in the digital realm. So we're talking about the value, identifying, and again, here it's like if I were doing this, I would take this again and I would really go in and like I would probably add another paragraph or two. I would really kind of see what what ChatGPT is trying to say, and then get rid of the fluff. Discerning, I don't. That doesn't sound identifying authenticity amidst the digital noise. Requires intuition and intention. It's found in the unfiltered photograph that speaks 1,000 honest words. It's getting so poetic. In the heartfelt blog post that lays bare a creator's soul, which is it's funny. We're using AI here, and in the casual tweet that shares a genuine slice of life. Again, that's true. My path to digital authenticity began with a commitment to share not only the moments of unabashed joy and success, but also to courageously unveil the struggles and doubts that accompany my journey. So again, right here, this is really great right here. Like I feel like what it revealed is something that like again, as I read this, I can kind of take this and maybe go back to the introduction and kind of share a moment maybe that was like a little embarrassing and talk about how, sharing my faults is a way to demonstrate authenticity, especially I think right now with all you people on Instagram. It's just so many people are just only showing like the highlight reel of their life, or the opposite, right? They only post on social media when they're really struggling, and it's almost like attention seeking. And so again, it's like, but how exactly? I think the goal here, and again, this is my what I try, again, not trying, this is what I did in my book that I wrote in 2019, Message with Purpose, Swipe Dating Simplified. This was a book about how people could be authentic, more authentic on social media apps. So what's up, Court? We're in the middle of this presentation. My girlfriend just joined on Instagram. You can't see the screen, so you're only getting, the verbal presentation. But again, thanks for joining. We're in the middle of the article right now, and I think what we just discovered too is like right this line that hey Court, hey Holly, what's up? Um, so again, what I just discovered here is like there was a line that it just said, right. So it just said to share. We're writing an article right now about authenticity in the digital age, right? And again, the AI is kind of repeating itself a lot. It's there's some good stuff here, but it's just I don't know. But again, what it just said here is just saying my path to digital authenticity began with a commitment to share not only the moments of unabashed joy and success, but also to courageously unveil the struggles and doubts that accompany my journey. And I think that's a line right there that can really influence how we craft this article. Again, strategies for maintaining authenticity. So great. It's a nice little bulleted list. People love lists. What's up, Lyndon? How's it going, man? It's been a while. Um, Again, so okay, navigating the digital landscape with authenticity involves a conscious effort. Uh, so here are several strategies I've embraced. Stay true to your values. Anchor your online presence in your core beliefs. Let them guide not only what you share, but how you engage with others. That's great. Embrace vulnerability. While daunting, sharing your vulnerabilities connects you to others in profound ways, fostering a sense of community and shared humanity. Genuine engagement. Treat interactions with your audience as you would in real life with empathy, respect, and sincerity. Remember, behind every screen is a human soul yearning for connection. That's incredible, right? And AI wrote that. That's like again. So again, I think right now, again, maybe I'll post this blog article on my website on Monday. So right, so then those of you who are here, you will be like, oh, I was there to see how this article was written. Because yeah, these strategies are really great. I just think right now it's a little repetitive up here. But again, I think if you try to push AI to do too much for you, it's just gonna kind of repeat itself. Again, it's not a writer; it's just generating. So, again, if you're using AI for content, again, take what you like. Like really, I'm like, wow, I really love this list. That's a really great advice that even I would give. Again, and so again, the AI is generating because I've given my custom instructions. I've uploaded a lot of my own writing to it, so it understands my voice. It understands, my mission and what I'm doing. So again, I really like these tips. Let's see the rest of this article because again, it's just kind of like throwing these shotgun paragraphs here, which again I think it's like even if I just posted this, it's just it would very obviously be AI. So let's see challenges and how to overcome them. The pursuit of authenticity is not without its challenges. The digital space, with its inherent pressure to present a curated self, can often lead to a dissonance between our online personas and our true selves. Overcoming this requires courage and a steadfast commitment to one's values. It means making the conscious choice to share the unpolished moments, to speak your truth, even when it's uncomfortable, and to place genuine connection above the allure of digital validation, right? You don't want to be like one of those TikTokers who's breaking into somebody's Kia to get clout, right? You're ruining someone's day. And sure, whatever, you might get a bunch of views because that's what's hot at the time. But like, again, I don't know. I don't really go into the trends. I'm just out here. I'm vibing. I'm teaching people how to use AI and how to create and but again, I also teach people like we started this session with mythology, right? And right here's Aries, right? So Aries, the god of war. I follow the fire of my passion and burn away obstacles, right? In war, right? You have a tool, right? You have a sword, and you use that sword. Oh man, all my cards just dropped. No worries. But again, right? So AI is just a tool, right? Are you gonna use it to just copy and paste and be like everyone else and just have a bunch of generated content? Or are you going to use it to come up with really great ideas and then put your own human ingenuity and your heart into it to craft it into something really cool? Um, Hold on, I'm going to pick up all this stuff that just dropped. um, Sorry, guys. Thanks for bearing with me. Uh, um, Right. Okay. So let's continue with this article. again, I'm sorry if you're on Instagram, you're missing like all the screen share and all of the juice. But Instagram is a vapid platform that kind of sucks anyway. So I don't really care. If you want the full video, I'll be uploading it to YouTube after. And also, again, join my Facebook group. I'm going live every week. There's a lot of free advice in there. Um, Okay, Colleen, you said this is very usable material that sounds like your authentic voice, which is awesome. I think your quality, personalization, directions really are working well. Question: if you ask it if any of the words and what they are presented are currently copywriter, what can it tell you? Just curious, or is it able to credit quotes? It might. Copyrighted. Credit quotes. So yeah. Um, Again, let's get away from the kid again. Like I realized that this was write a human-centric AI article with me, but I think for me to actually go and shape this all, I don't think that would be very exciting or again, because again, that's just kind of my own process. So again, but like but now instead of having to take hours to write an article, it's like now this will probably like if I really sat down and focused, it would only take me probably like 30 to 45 minutes to really take what the AI has given me here and insert my stories and personalize it and make it more of a cohesive article. Um, so again, is it able to credit quotes it might generate? Let's see. Hold on. Let me just. I'm also. Let me just try prompting it a bit more to see if we can push it to be a little more human. So I really like the list you made in the center. I think the rest of the article is a bit um, repetitive. Is there a way for you to make it so that each paragraph builds on the one that each section builds on the one before it? Um, let's see. Okay. Also, could you add some inspirational quotes from other creators and champions of authenticity to include in relevant places? So let's just see. Again, right? The whole point of this is experimentation, right? If something's not working, try something else. Because there are some people out there who will just kind of keep prompting it until they get it, exactly as they want it. And again, that's one approach, but it's just like right even here, like in the vast expanse of the digital universe, right? Instead of in a world awash with digital interactions, right? It's just taking the same information and finding synonyms. It's almost like Mad Libs, right? So again, right? Again, it's like that's why it's all like not about copying and pasting. But again, it's like I don't like that as much. But maybe it might have some other stuff here. A thought struck me like a bolt of lightning. In a world of illusion, the greatest challenge is to remain real. Um, okay, see, so yeah, to be yourself in a world that is constantly trying to make you something else is the greatest accomplishment. Ralph Waldo Emerson once said, capturing the essence. So again, here it's still like again, it's doing what I told it, but it's still right. This is still it's just like here's the information, which is all again. That's all really AI is. If you look at AI art, it's just mashing a bunch of stuff together, which is why it always kind of looks really weird. It hasn't been actually crafted. It's generated. Um, yeah. Let's see. Brené Brown reminds us authenticity is a collection of choices that we have to make. So right, so now it's just kind of threw these quotes in there. Um, Challenges and how to overcome them. Again, I invite you to join me. Share your stories, your struggles, a call to action. Um, right, okay, so again, it just kind of generated again, yeah, again, right? So it's like there's stuff in here that I like, and I would take maybe a sentence or so. But again, I hear what I would do perhaps instead of having it rewrite it, because that's another thing I've learned with ChatGPT is if you have it right, like almost if you give it too much, it doesn't do as good of a job. And I learned this in my last job as well. It does a lot better if you like if you go like a paragraph at a time it's able to really flesh it out and also like just give you a lot more. But again, it does it will get repetitive. So again, we don't just want to copy and paste because ultimately we want we want it to sound human. So I don't, let's just try. Let's keep pushing it. Let's see. Um, this really reads like AI, and I feel like you shoehorned those quotes in there um, and got rid of the rest of the content. Let's ignore the 750 word cap. I really want you to flesh this out uh, so each section has at least 2 paragraphs and makes sense. I want to see how human sounding you can make this. I believe in you. I don't know. Again, it's doing its best. Thank you for the encouragement and feedback, Mr. Boothby. Let's dive deeper into each section, ensuring a more human touch and cohesive flow, all while embedding the essence of authenticity more naturally throughout the narrative. Where every post and tweet is a brushstroke on the canvas. Oh, it's trying so hard, but it's just um, you know. Let's see. Honestly, hey, actually, it's doing. I think it's doing a better job here. Let's see. The value of authenticity online, right? The digital world is a double-edged sword, offering platforms where our voices can echo farther than ever before. Yet it also poses the risk of diluting our truths in the pursuit of likes and follows. Instagram, folks. Authenticity in this context becomes not just an act of self expression. I notice that's another thing. It goes, it's not this, but also. So, because I notice that, I kind of just get rid of it and just kind of say authenticity is blank, right? Just make it really direct. ChatGPT sometimes can get really just like really flowy and almost like overly poetic. But again, the more you use it, the more you'll be able to kind of spot these. I don't know what to call them. Just not inconsistencies, but I don't know. Just like tells. I would say it's a tell, right? Um, okay, right. Authenticity in this context becomes an act of not just an act of self-expression, but an act of defiance against the digital norms of perfection and facade. See, I love that. That sounds like me. And then Ralph Waldo Emerson's words, or I would say the great poet Ralph Waldo Emerson once said, "To be yourself in a world that is constantly trying to make you something else is the greatest accomplishment." Okay, ring truer than ever today. Okay. This isn't just about being honest, it's about being unapologetically you. Allowing your unique light to shine brightly in a sky full of stars. That's a little cheesy. Guiding others who navigate their own paths in the digital night. See, again, like here, it's just getting overly poetic. I would take all this language and just say, like, this isn't just about being honest, this is about being unapologetically you. Allowing your unique voice to shine through on these digital platforms, right? So, again, sometimes I like its flowy poetic language, but sometimes it's just too much. So again, honestly, I'm actually really liking this article so far. I might actually copy this over. It's a much better. It's giving me a lot more to work with than in the first draft. So in the sea of curated feeds, ahoy, mateys! In the sea of curated feeds and filtered realities, authenticity is the lighthouse guiding us towards genuine connection. Again, kind of poetic, but I don't hate that. It's the raw and edited moments shared amidst the highlight reels, the heartfelt stories amidst the viral content. Authenticity invites us into a sacred space where facades are stripped away and vulnerability is embraced, offering solace to those who stumble upon it and reminding us that behind every screen there's a heart beating, a soul seeking. Again, that's a little overly poetic there, but I really like what it said there about authenticity inviting us into a sacred space. That's really cool. That's really powerful. Um, let's see, identifying authenticity in the digital realm. So again, so how do we spot authenticity? It says requires a discerning eye and a heart attuned to the subtle frequencies of genuine expression. It's found in the nuanced, in the spaces between perfectly crafted captions, in the imperfections that peek through curated galleries. Brené Brown eloquently captures this essence, stating authenticity is a collection of choices that we have to make every day. It's about the choice to show up and be real, the choice to be honest, the choice to let our true selves be seen. My journey towards embracing digital authenticity began as a quiet rebellion against the tide of conformity. Decision to share, again, it's doing the not just the, but also, right? Not just the sunlit peaks, but also the shadowed valleys. Again, um, I would just say a decision to share every part of me, right? Again, getting too flowy. You can have a little bit of the flowy, but I feel like you just kind of got to get to the point in some places. So again, I'm just editing out loud here because I guess that's probably more useful than me actually doing this. But I really think I'm going to take this article and I'm going to workshop it, and I will publish it on my blog on Monday. So you'll all be able to see the final result. Again, this rebellion is a daily practice, a commitment to choose the path less traveled by showcasing the unfiltered, the unfinished, the untold. It's about letting go of the fear of judgment, embracing the courage to be seen in our entirety, warts and all. Mm. Authenticity in the digital realm isn't a destination but a journey, marked by moments of vulnerability, connection, and the profound bravery. Again, here it's kind of just like repeating itself. Um, I would probably just end this with just this rebellion is a daily practice. Here's some tips to help you, right? Boom. Strategies for maintaining authenticity, right? So now we have a nice conclusion to that section, transition into the next. Um, so navigating the digital landscape. And again, here's like kind of what I said earlier about like, right? It kind of just continue generating. I don't know why it stopped. That's weird. But again, I like these tips that it had up here. Stay true, embrace, genuine engagement. But see, then it's like I can take some of those and maybe, or I'd put these together maybe, and then just because again, people like a list of 5 things. But again, like right, I'm trying to really push ChatGPT. What's up, Amber? How's it going? Um, yeah, I'm trying to really push ChatGPT here to its limits because I want to see, what it can do, right? And again, I would urge everybody to kind of do this. And then, right, if it's too much, you can always roll it back. But like right here, it's again, if I was writing this by hand and then going into ChatGPT and getting kind of, feedback on my article or ways to polish it up, that's another way to do it, right? Again, there's so many different ways to use this technology, and my hope here is just to show you just like a little bit of my process and just to inspire you, right? Authenticity breeds authenticity. I love that. By engaging with others from a place of sincerity and openness, we foster a digital ecosystem where genuine connections thrive over superficial interactions. It's about listening as much as sharing, creating a dialogue where authenticity can flourish. And exactly, right? That's what I'm interested in. I'm interested in genuine, authentic connections, actual conversations, because that's what life is, right? We don't all want to just be stuck fucking scrolling and like seeing other people's curated feeds and just like consuming. We want to be interacting and co-creating, and I really think it's time for better social media platforms. And again, I got off a call with an entrepreneur earlier who I think I'm going to be working with him and helping him with content and marketing because he has this whole platform that again it's like a virtual co-working space, so it's like you're playing in a little video game with other people but you're all working on stuff, and there's workshops, so and like right, and you can easily chat with other people, and I really think that this is the future of social media and technology. It's like I really think everyone is very tired of these feeds and ads and even like the dating platforms like I talked about in this book. Like I'm not on them anymore because it's so obvious that the product itself and the word for this is enshittification. These products have been enshittified. All of these tech companies, they already have whatever, like millions and millions of users, and we make content for them for free. And right, so we're being our time, our energy, and our money is being harvested so that we can be advertised to, which is how also like this whole system works of consumer capitalism. And like right, like I mentioned in my story earlier, like Wendy's coming out and saying, oh, we're gonna do surge pricing for overpriced shitty poison fast food that's already overpriced. Just it, and the fact that they said this all, now they're like rolling it back, but it's like the people at the top of the society, right? This owner class, these CEOs, these executives who run these platforms that I'm talking on right now, they're making so much money. Their lifestyles are so just like completely out of touch with that of the normal person, and they're going to keep raising prices. They're going to keep making their products worse because they think that everyone's just going to keep consuming it. And again, so I think authenticity, I think that like in the future is going to be all service based. It's going to be about, connecting with people and having genuine transformational experiences. And getting just genuine direct help. We don't want to be sold into programs anymore, or another Uber for it's Uber for who cares? Like, who cares? We want to connect. We all want to connect with like-minded people and get the help that we need so we can keep going with whatever it is that we're doing. Whether you run a hair salon, or you're an artist, or a spiritual guide, or a writer and creative consultant like me, right? We're sick of all this noise and adding. We just want to connect with people. And I think, again, that's why I go to festivals. You can just meet with people and hang out and exchange ideas, and it's beautiful. So again, let's let's see. So again, the AI had another quote here. So it said, this was strategies for maintaining authenticity, and it said, in this endeavor, Lao Tzu's wisdom offers guidance. Being deeply loved by someone gives you strength, while loving someone deeply gives you courage. This truth underscores the essence of authentic digital engagement. It's about giving and receiving in love in its most unvarnished form, fostering a community where courage and authenticity are nurtured. Imagine a whole platform built off of that, right? Instead of, right, which is all these platforms, right? I made a video on TikTok the other day, and it got no views, and right away I got an ad from them that said, hey, pay $10 and we'll boost your ad. I'm like, bro, I just got on your platform and you're already trying to sell me like, pay to play. And so it's like, oh, everything in the society is pay to play. And it's like, I'm sick of it. No one has the money anymore except for these big corporations. So again, I think if you are an independent creator, an entrepreneur, a small business owner, AI is a way for you to kind of compete. All these companies have millions of dollars on advertising, and they have whole teams and to create content. And so for you, you can use AI as your own creative team. Again, I think, again, I have a lot of thoughts on AI art, but I'm talking about using AI to write here. And I really think if you're alone, if you're just a solopreneur, if it's just you and your business, this is like really leveling the playing field. And it's going to help you create posts, create blog articles, whatever, instructions. Like, really, you can use it for anything. And now it's like you're not alone. And if you get stuck with anything, you can just go to the AI and have a bunch of, ideas that you can work with. Um, so let's see what it said here. Frederick Douglass. Again, it's just kind of throwing these quotes in here. But I love these quotes, man. Challenges and how to overcome them. The path of authenticity is strewn with obstacles. From the internal battles with self doubt and fear of exposure to the external pressures of societal expectations and digital echo chambers. Yet it is within these challenges that the true power of authenticity is revealed. I prefer to be true to myself, even at the hazard of incurring the ridicule of others, rather than to be false and to incur my own abhorrence. Frederick Douglass's poignant words remind us of the intrinsic value of authenticity. It's about facing these challenges head on, armed with the knowledge that being true to oneself is the ultimate act of rebellion in a world that often values conformity over individuality. Navigating these challenges requires a steadfast commitment to one's values and the courage to stand in one's truth, even when it feels like standing alone. It's about finding strength in vulnerability, understanding that every act of authenticity is a step towards not just personal liberation, but the cultivation of a more authentic, connected digital world. Um, the impact of authenticity on personal and professional growth. Again, it's just kind of repeating itself. Um, okay. Yeah. This version aims to capture the nuanced journey towards authenticity in the digital age, with each section building upon the previous. I hope this resonates more deeply with your vision. Um, I gotta let down ChatGPT a little lightly. So I think it was a valiant effort, Chappie. Um, but it still feels pretty. It still feels pretty AI generated, and Repetitive. It's okay though. um, I will have to do more work on my end to edit and make sure it flows better. I appreciate all your efforts in helping me. Right? I like to be encouraging with it, right? Because when the AI takes over, I want it. I when when there's killer AI bots everywhere. When they look at me, I want them to be like, that's Michael Boothby. He's a homie. We're gonna not murder him. Thank you for understanding and patience, Mr. Boothby. I truly aim to provide a foundation that resonates with your vision and voice, so I understand the nuances of personal expression can be challenging to capture perfectly. Your creative touch and deep understanding of your audience will undoubtedly bring the necessary depth and authenticity to the piece. Um, right. So again, I think I think it would be fun. I'm gonna take this article and I'm gonna kind of workshop it this weekend, and I'll publish it on my blog